We're now joined in studio by Divine Otoo Agohum, the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party and Chairperson of the Accommodation Subcommittee for the upcoming National Delegates Conference. He joins us to provide insight into preparations for this pivotal event. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, my sister.
Right, so as Chair of the Accommodation Subcommittee, can you walk us through the arrangements made to host the thousands of delegates expected for this crucial conference?
Thank you and good evening to your cherished viewers. Yes, so Saturday, on the 19th of this month, we will be having the annual delegates conference here in Accra, specifically at the University of Ghana Stadium. We are receiving delegates from 15 regions to join us here in Greater Accra, to total 16 regions in all. Our brothers who are coming from the northern region, the Upper East, Upper West, Northeast, and then Savannah, we will put them together at the UPSA, and then the other regions, Western North, Central, Eastern, Ashanti, Otoo, and Volta region. They will be going somewhere around the Eastern region, specifically Anakanzo. So that's it. The regional officers of the party who are, they will be around where their regional party will be. So those coming from the northern regions will be around the Legon, enclave, and then those from the other regions will be at where their constituents are in the Anakanzo Hotel. So basically, that is it. We are expecting also foreign branches, in total about 150 of them. For them, the thinking is that most of them have their houses around this place, so they can, go home and then come on Saturday morning to start the conference. National officers, we are not housing them because most of them live around National Council members and then also Council of Elders. So basically, this is the arrangement in place so far.
There's currently a legal challenge seeking to halt the conference. How is the planning committee responding to this, and what's your take on concerns raised by critics, particularly claims that by constituency delegates that conferences have not been duly held?
Okay, I can understand you. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing of that sort has come to my notice as we speak. Just like you introduced earlier, I am the chairman of the party in this region. I am also a member of the Central Planning Committee. And of course, as a host, I'm the chair of the Accommodation Subcommittee of the whole arrangement. And we met even today. I'm coming from the stadium. And as at the time I was leaving the stadium to your studios here, nothing of such has come to the notice of the committee. So as far as I'm concerned, we have a conference coming on Saturday and nothing is changed.
So no injunction application has been brought forward?
Nothing of such has come to our notice as we speak.
Right. Well, security is always a major concern at such political events. What specific measures are in place? Well,
we've written to the Ghana police and we've gotten their commitment to provide the necessary security. We have confidence in the police, even though previous events points to the contrary. But, well, it has happened for a purpose, and it's gotten all of us to, wake up from what was a situation that probably took all of us by surprise. We believe that the arrangement that we have with the police should suffice. Again, it's becoming necessary that the party would have to tighten its own, internal security arrangements. We were doing it before, and you recall after the Ayawaso West Wagon incident, a law was passed banning party vigilantism. But what we've seen in the 2024 elections, and then the recently, the Ablekuma North election rerun, is telling us that we need to be mindful of our own security. So we're looking at that area. But as we speak, I think we are quite confident that the Ghana police will be able to provide security which should be enough which should suffice the security issues that we'll be looking at the place.
Right. So this conference goes beyond, the normal political gatherings. It's focused on constitutional reforms. How has that shaped the tone and overall planning of the event?
Yeah, that is very true. We would have come and then we're giving space to several individuals without control to time in to deliver their speeches and all. But this one, we're going to look at our constitutional amendment, something we tried doing, I think, last 2 years, and we couldn't in Kumasi. So, yes, after the 2024 elections that, things did not go our way, a committee was put together to look at what happened, chaired by Professor Michael Quay. They submitted their recommendation based on which a Constitution Amendment Committee was constituted, chaired by Frank Davis. And they've been able to put together what we received in the past, what Professor Michael Quay committee brought, and then, of course, the ones that they themselves also received, totaling 300 and something in excess of 300 proposals. And so they've been able to consider them critically and then in a way abridge them to I think 57 or so. Right. So now we have 57 motions, if I'm either 57 or 56, I'm sorry. Yes, so we would allow space for that committee to move the motion and then get delegates of conference to vote on it. So that will be the main focus of Saturday's event. So we need to, be mindful of the time allocation and shorten, long speeches and all, so that we'll be able to make time for the constitutional amendment that we so badly need now.
Give us a sense of how Saturday's event is going to run.
Right, so we will be allowing everybody, every party person to come around, except that the inner perimeters of the stadium where the actual event will take place, that will be restricted, to delegates only. Delegates only. So you may be a party member, a party sympathizer, or any Ghanaian who want to come around. You are allowed, you are welcome, except that to get to the inner, perimeter where the actual event will take place, you need to be an accredited delegate or a media person, a security, a diplomat that's been invited, or, sometimes always, during certain times, we extend invitation also to our colleagues on the other side. Other political parties are also invited, except that the program of the day will be divided into 2 parts. We'll have the first part where we'll read all the speeches and all, and then we will take fraternal messages from our colleagues, and then when all that is done, we will break. So those who are not supposed to be part of the day's exercise will be allowed to leave. Then now the real business would start, and that would be in the hands of the committee, the Constitution Amendments Committee. So we are hoping that, give and take, latest by 4 or 5, we should be done. And then most of our delegates, especially those who are coming from outside of Accra, will start leaving. So that's how the day is going to be.
Well, given that the accommodation is spread across all over, how will you ensure that, delegates are on time, we're keeping to time, and everything is going...
Extremely important. Usually, there are delays in starting the conference for a reason that it works towards elections. And so aspirants who want to visit the hostels or the sleeping facilities of delegates and engage them, and all. This time, there's nothing like that. So the buses that are bringing them will be made to wait for them and then move them from their hostels and hotels straight to the stadium where the event will take place, and then be there when we are done. So the protocol team has been well oriented on all these challenges that we are likely to face. So the arrangement is saying that if it is 8, you must join the bus and move to the event center. So basically, this was going to happen. We are very mindful of the need for us to, operate within time, since it's a one-day event, so that we are not, held to any challenge in any shape or form.
Divine, thank you so much for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
We wish you well in your conference later.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You hope to see you there.
Definitely, I will be there. Let's do some other stories.